Hi, I'm Caramel and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm just gonna be telling you a story, okay? A very interesting story if I do say so myself. I just want you to take a good look at me. Now imagine what I looked like when I was in middle school. Let's say 8th grade, okay? So when I was in 8th grade, I wasn't exactly the quiet kid anymore. I talked to people, but I was still like the quiet kid. Like I've always been the quiet kid. But at this point, I wasn't like, she's so quiet, she don't ever talk, you know, that wasn't me. But there were very outspoken kids at my school, obviously, because every school has the outspoken kids. There's normally more than one of them. One of the outspoken kids at our school, I'm gonna call her Kim. She wasn't afraid of anyone. She was one of those people, like, she would, like, you know, she didn't have no problem throwing some hands if she really felt she needed to. Oh my gosh, it's kind of cold. I'm gonna put her on a sweater real quick. So Kim, she was very outspoken. She wasn't afraid to stand up for herself. I don't know how many fights she had under her belt when I was in middle school, but like I had seen her in a fight before, and homegirl didn't play. Like, she could fight, basically. Keep her in your mind. Now we're gonna talk about somebody else, okay? And we're gonna call her Maya. Maya was another outspoken kid at our school. I had never seen her get into a fight, but I'm pretty sure, like, I was pretty sure that if someone challenged her, she would not, you know, back down from that challenge. And she really just didn't care what anyone thought. She acted all crazy. She talked all crazy. She would just do some crazy stuff, okay? Like, she didn't really care. Let's fast forward a couple years, okay? So we're going from 8th grade to 12th grade, which I'm in right now. And I am known as the quiet kid, but like now it's only in certain classes where I'm quiet. I can't really help it. It kind of just happens that way, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In my class, this specific class that I'm gonna tell you about, I am the quiet kid. Like, I don't ever talk in this class. I don't know why, I just don't. Before I go any further, I want you to picture the classroom, all right? Imagine like a regular square classroom, and I sit at the front of the class to the left, and that's where the door is. So if I were to scoot my desk up a little bit more, I could reach the doorknob. Right next to the door is the intercom phone. So, you know, like if somebody's checking out, that phone's right there, okay? It's right there. And right next to me is like this teeny tiny little aisle where you can walk by to get to your seat. Now, picture my desk. My desk is one of those desks that has, like, you get in on this side, and on this side it has the armrest, so you can't get out on that side. You can only get in on this side, right? So when I come in and sit down in this classroom, I sit down in my desk and I put my stuff on this side of me, because this is where the armrest is. So I sit my stuff on the open side. Okay. Moving on. Let's say we've been in school for a couple months at this point. One day, I'm just sitting in class, just minding my own business, you know, whatever. There's a knock on the door. My teacher gets up and he answers the door, and in walks our counselor. Kim is walking in with our counselor, right? So our counselor says that Kim's gonna be in our class for the rest of the year. We're like, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't think anything of it. Like, okay, I've seen this girl before. I know who she is. Like, it's whatever. And in front of me, there are 3 seats that are facing the rest of the classroom. 2 guys sit in those 2 front seats, and then there was 1 empty seat, and that is where Kim ended up sitting. Now keep in mind, this is her first day in our classroom. So she sits down, she gets situated, our teacher tells us everything she needs to do. I go back to doing my stuff, like I'm my own freaking business. Next thing I know, I look up and I'm seeing Kim, and she's looking towards the back of the classroom, and she's like, what's funny? Okay, whatever. Like, I just assumed that she was like probably messing with one of the guys back there, because like there was a lot of people back there, so I assumed like one of her friends was back there, and she's like, what's funny? Like, what you laughing at? But then things escalated like real quick, yo, like real quick. So I look at her, and she actually looked like she's mad. Like, she doesn't look like she's playing no more. She looked like she's mad, and I don't hear anyone back there responding to her. So I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. But then out of nowhere, homegirl stands up, and she was wearing this jean jacket, right? So she stands up, she takes off her jacket, and next thing I know, I see Maya coming from the back of the classroom, and she just throws a punch at the girl. What? I'm like, hold up. I didn't know they had any beef, so I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Like, why is everybody mad? But yeah, so basically, homegirl, they just start fighting right there, and they're like throwing punch after punch, pulling hair, and you can just see everything is just going downhill. Funny thing about this fight, you know how in most cases, if there's a fight, kids will get up out of their seats, try to film it, try to like instigate the fight to go on? Nah, that didn't happen in this classroom, homie. For some reason, in this particular class, no one did anything about the fight. Like, no one tried to break it up. Like, there were people recording it, yeah, but like no one was like going out of their way to get a good look at this fight, or like no one was instigating. No one was like, oh, get her. Oh, oh, kill him. Nah, just dead silent. And all you could hear were these girls like throwing punches at each other. They're like fighting diagonal from me. So remember where my seat is. It's at the front of the class to the left by the door. And they're like all the way over there to my right. And I'm just like, just sitting here like, I'm barely even acknowledging that there's a fight right now because I'm just like, okay, like, dude. Slowly and surely, this fight starts moving this way towards the door where I'm sitting. And that's where I start to panic a little bit. Like, I didn't move, but I was like, okay, they're getting kind of close to me at this point. I was like, oh crap. So it's at the point where they're like right in front of me and they're still throwing punches. I'm just sitting here like throwing punches and nobody's doing anything. Like, no one's saying anything. No one's trying to break them up. Not even our teacher. Like, our teacher's just sitting there like, oh my gosh. He was no help whatsoever. He was just sitting there. Boom, boom. They start getting closer and closer to the door. I really start to lose my ish, like in my head, not out loud, because remember I was the quiet kid and I was scared to like make any sudden movements because I was the quiet kid. I didn't want to embarrass myself. But these girls, they get to the point where they're past the front of my desk, but they're near the door. And remember how I told you there's a little aisle by where I sit so everyone can get to their seats? Yeah, they're like standing right in front of that now. So yeah, they're like right by me. They were kicking each other and everything. And like someone's foot ended up on my desk and they like kicked my book off my desk. I'm just like, dang. They're being wild with it. So they're like throwing hands all over the place, right? And I'm getting so scared because they're just inching closer and closer to me. I was so scared because like I said, they're throwing hands all over the dang place. So scared that I was gonna get hit. I got hit right in the head. Like, it didn't hurt that much, so I didn't like really flinch, and I didn't want anybody to know that I got hit because of this fight. And so I pretended like it didn't even happen. Remember I told you this is where I sit my stuff, like on this side of me, that's where I sit all my books and stuff because that's the open spot. All my stuff got freaking kicked all over the place. And it's not like I can get out now because remember, the desk has an armrest right here, and the only way I could get out was if I climbed over it, and I wasn't about to do that. Like, nope, I'ma just stay right here, leaning this way because they was fighting all up in my personal space. Please, somebody get them. Can somebody get them, please? Remember how I told you there was a phone by the door? They broke the phone. Not connected to the wall no more. It came off the wall. Now I take a look at the ground, and I'm looking at all this paper on the floor. I'm like, what the heck? And I read up on it and it's my name on it. Like, it's all my stuff. Like, they're kicking all my stuff all over the floor. So it's all dirty. It's all bent up and crusty and ripped. And oh man, oh my gosh, all my hard work. There it is on the floor. I didn't even do nothing wrong. So why is this happening to me? Kim's weave in the back had been pulled so much. Like, all her actual hair back here, you can see it. Because all her weave had been pulled off. As far as Maya, she was wearing a ponytail that day. Her ponytail got ripped off. It flew across my desk and onto the floor. Yes, it did. Oh my god. They're sitting there, they're still holding each other's hair, right? I look over and Kim has her hand on like her boobie. Her boobie done fell out. So our teacher finally gets up. He walks over and he picks up what's left of this phone. I don't even know if it was working or not, if he ever got anyone on the line, but he got somebody to come. Like, oh yeah, and one of the guys from the back of the classroom started pulling them apart, like trying to get them to calm down. Eventually they did, like I said. And someone came, I don't remember who it was. Was it an officer? I don't know if it was an officer or not, but like someone came, they escorted the girls out. It was like, okay, so that was over. We're all just sitting here like, fast forward maybe a day or two, and I get to my third block class. And I go in the class and I sit down on the little couch in the back of the classroom. And I'm just chilling there, and KK comes up to me and she's like, hey, you're a meme. I'm like, what? And she shows me this picture, like, cause someone, like I said, someone was filming the fight from the back of the classroom, and someone had screenshotted the fight where you could see me, the fight right next to me, and I'm just like acting like I don't even see the fight. Someone had circled my face in it, and they captioned it, "This is how unbothered I'm trying to be, girl." And if you want to see the meme, here it is. That's me in the black with the white circle, and right next to it where you see the guy with the orange shirt, that's the fight going on. Meme was kind of popular around where I live for a couple weeks actually. I was hoping that I would like go famous, like go viral or something. That didn't happen. Meme, so if you want to make it go viral, There you go. That is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. But if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up because we love thumbs up. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram. It'll be linked down below, and unless of course I forget, in which case it won't be. Comment on this video, be like, hey girl, and I'll be like, hey girl. Until next time, ciao.